to another video where today I'm going to show you how to build this. Now this is really easy to do, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to need to build this mosaic of pictures is a software. So we're going to need to download Andrea Mosaic. So we're going to go to download. If you're Windows, you don't need to download the full version, you can download the portable version. If you're on Mac or Linux, you're going to have to download the full versions. But either way, you can all work out how to install the software, so just press on the right download link for you. I downloaded the portable version and I've saved it into just a folder. And then once it's saved, open it up. So the next thing you're going to need to do is find the folder where it's saved or the application and double click on Andrea Mosaic. There we go, here is the software. So the first things we're going to do, the buttons are sort of labelled, but you need to, between button 2, you need to edit these settings. So we'll go from section 1. Press on the plus and choose the image you want to make, so the final image. So I'm going to go with the image I used previously. I'm going to go with the photo that I just made, which is, well, you can see it's right here. Instead, that's the mosaic version. We don't want to remake the mosaic, so let me just redefine that image. There, we'll open it up. And here we are. So this is the image we're going to be making at the end of this. And as you can see, like, it's quite a nice image. This is dark, there's a bit of brightness, which is helpful because it means we can then use any form of like images, because your images that you choose have to sort of match up the colours. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to press button number 2, and this is going to ask us for our photo list. So I've already got that photo list there, so we're going to open up a folder, so add folder, and then you're going to add your list selection, so your folder with all your images in, press OK, and save list. And it says you've already created a mosaic using this list of 333 images. That's what it says for me, but for most people it won't. So, but either way, just press OK with whatever comes up, and press save list as. So you'll ask where you want to save this list of images as a .amc file. So I'm just going to use here and press save. We've already got a folder, my image list. It will ask if you want to replace it, so I'll press yes. For most people it won't ask this, so just press yes if you do have to. And then it'll tell you how many images you have, which I've got 338. Now I recommend when doing this, have around 600-ish images, just because you need a lot of images to get the colours right. Not every image here will be able to be used. So if you have lots of images it can work with, the software will find the right images. So I recommend having 500-600 or more images for this. I've ended up, with the one I just showed you, ended up having to use some images twice. That's where we'll get back to it. So, how many rows do you want? Your tile sizes. So I've got 60 tiles. If we change this to 20, you can see. If we change this to 20, you can see that there are less images going to be used, because each tile represents one image. So I would recommend having this number fairly high, just because it gives a nicer final result. So I'm going to stick to 60. If you have less images, you're going to have to use less tiles. But there you go. So I've got that set to 60. Now do you want it landscape, portrait, or your paper size? So I'm going to leave it at the default top landscape. Now use the same tile up to. So do you want it to duplicate the use of a tile, or can it use the one tile multiple times? I don't have very many images, as you saw. I had 300 and something. So I'm going to say it can duplicate it. Use the same tile up to 20 times. If you've got more images, you have no duplicates, it looks a lot nicer, but I don't have that many images, and this is something you can mess around with settings and see what works for your images. Just have fun with the software. Now duplicate spacing. So if it uses one photo here, how many tiles does it need to go along before it can use the same photo? So I've got this set to 15 tiles minimum. You could have it so it's no duplicates again, or it doesn't matter what tiles distance, so just mess around with it. I've got that to 15 tiles. And then the last one is color change. How much can it alter like the hue of an image to fit the area it needs to be in? So if we go here, how much can it sort of darken an image? How much can it brighten an image to get it to fit? So I've got this set to 100%. You can change it to 50, etc. If you the higher up your colour changing percentage is, the better it will look. So I would say again, mess around with it depending on your images and how many images you have, and it will give you different results. So lots of just trial and error and having fun with it. And then press the third and final button, number 3, and press yes. And now this will take a few seconds to load, where it's just making the images. So I'll be back once it's made the image. Okay, and now it's going to ask you if you would like to see the final image or where it's saved. So just press yes, and now it will show you where it saved the image to. So here it is. It has saved the image there. So it will have mosaic at the end of whatever the final image was. If we double click on this, and there we go. So this is the image we've just made. Slightly different to the one from earlier because of different photos and different settings, but just mess around with settings and you'll get something you like eventually. So if you would like to see more videos or ask questions about this, the best place to ask questions is my Reddit page, or in the comments. Either one will have replies, but this is a thing now. The other thing is I have a personal Twitter account as well as my media group Twitter, where I will show final results before videos happen, like this one. So if you're interested in any of that, maybe take a look at them, and thank you for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye! Bye!